Hit it. Hit it.
All right. Hi, everybody. Welcome to Suspenders Unbuttoned podcast. My name is Sarah.
And I'm Julie, and we're excited to welcome director Lucie Guest. Welcome, Lucy.
Thanks for having me, Sarah and Julie.
Yes, it's so fun.
I've been seeing you and I'm loving all of your love for Providence Falls. So the love is mutual.
It's a great series of movies. We're not even just saying that for fun. It's a step above, I think. They're just so well done. So we're excited to talk to you about it a little bit. So you directed 2 out of the 3 movies. What drew you to this project?
Oh man. The most exciting thing about this project was not only there were so many things. The fact that it was already a series of books.
Yeah.
I'm traveling back to 1840s Ireland. I'm obsessed with bonnets and swords and swords, like dresses from the 1800s.
Absolutely.
Ireland. I think my great grandfather's from Tipperary, and it was been a big like talk on my father's side. So I've always wanted to go to Ireland. But also just the just anything romance I'm a huge romance junkie, so I love romance. All types of romance, not just rom-coms, but like these sort of sweeping romances. And just the fact there was also mystery. I mean, there were so many things layered into this that I think what's so rare about this one is that we had a series of books that were so rich in backstory and story. And it was almost like we had, they had to sort of like squeeze in just those 3 movies. You just have to pick certain storylines to bring forward and really dive into because they're only have a certain amount of movie time for each part. But yeah, there was so much. I could go on. I could go on.
Yeah.
You just have to stop me because I'll just ramble and ramble and ramble.
We love a good ramble.
Okay, great.
We'll ramble with you.
Okay, great.
Yeah, so like you said, not only do they take us through time, they take us to Ireland. So tell us a little bit about filming on Ireland and how the destination really impacts the movies.
I'm in love with Ireland. I'm in love with Ireland, not just because Ireland is so magical, but also there's people there with the name Fergal. Like that's a name there. There was a Fergal on our crew, and I was like, oh my gosh. So I even found a keychain that was a little sheep. I named him Fergal, and I told him that I named him Fergal because I was like, that is the best name I've ever heard. But they're so I the Irish people are like so sweet and so amazing. Like I just we had we had to location scout, I was just like I can't believe it. I'm this is my job right now.
Somebody's got to do it.
Somebody's got to do it. I have to go see these ancient castles and like old pubs from hundreds of years ago. It was just so epic. And they were just the stories, the history, just everything about it was magical. And there's something about Ireland I can't put my finger on that just stays with you a little bit. And it just it it's so beautiful on camera. I don't know. Somebody told me, I don't know who it was, that maybe it's because there's more moisture in the air. I'm not sure, but it's such a beautiful, everywhere you put your camera, like I have so many photos from Ireland on my phone, and it's just so beautiful. It's just I'm in love with Ireland, as you can tell.
Yeah, I mean, it really is. So it kind of gives this mystical feeling when we see it on screen. It's definitely a list place for me. But so you mentioned that there's a lot of different parts to this movie. So we have this big sweeping romance, but we have the investigation and the mystery part of it too. So how, as a director, do you make sure that the audience is kind of getting all those little pieces to the great story?
I mean, we broke it down multiple. I think there was, like cards all over my office, basically, just to make sure we had all the threads. And then Siobhan and I talked a lot with each other because she directed movie 2 and our storylines all kind of intersected.
Right.
And then just, I think having the ability to always have all 3 scripts, and it was really amazing to direct movie 1 and then direct movie 3 because you're bookending it, so you're always kind of you always know where the thread is going. So I was sort of
Mhm.
like had a really big bird's eye view of the whole thing. So that was helpful to know where we're ending and where we're starting. So I feel like it was easier the fact that and I was very lucky in that I was able to direct all of the Ireland parts and
Right.
that threaded a lot of the story throughout the three. So uh, that was awesome.
Yeah, you have some amazing locations for these movies, filming between Ireland and then the contemporary locations also. Do you have a favorite location and why was that a favorite?
Ooh, I loved the policeman's ball in
Oh,
episode one. It looks like it is so slick. Justin, our DP, did such an amazing job with that. Well, everyone, the entire crew really like production designer, Heather. I mean, everyone just poured their hearts into this. I think everyone was excited to work on something slightly different and really went like above and beyond. But it was just it didn't look like that in real life. Like the interior, it was just like, where do we put this policeman's ball? And how do we make it look just so like creamy and slick and just really, it just
Yes.
so good. And so I thought that that location, it's somewhere I had shot before. We shot not in that room. They were actually building that part. It's in a vineyard. And we shot 12, oh, what was the new Jingle Bell Run? We shot at
Oh, right.
on this vineyard somewhere else. And they were building this building as we were shooting this other movie. And I had remembered that they were building this thing and it kind of looks like a ballroom. And we loved the fact that it had the black and white checkered because it kind of like symbolically is like it kind of had that sort of like past present. It had like a lot of themes throughout it that we kind of put in, and just it was a location that you wouldn't like fall in love with at first sight, but it turned out, had so much, it turned out to be what we wanted. That one, and obviously everything in Ireland is just my absolute favorite. The castle where the horse-drawn carriages
Mhm.
come in, and we had it lit by these big braziers. And it was so cold. It was so cold in Ireland, and everyone kept warning me that it would be cold. And I'm like, I'm from Vancouver. I'm from Canada. I've lived in Toronto. I understand the cold. It was not at all. I was not prepared, and I thought yeah. So, anyways, just being in that cold, crisp air and the wind blowing the like the fire and the ballroom, the contrast of that warm ballroom inside with all the ballroom dancers and just that long, beautiful dolly tracking
Mhm.
shot, which was like uh, yeah, one of my inspirations was that, Romeo and Juliet, where they meet the fish tank. Uh,
Yes.
that was that version of it for me. And so all those locations were a no-brainer in Ireland. The ones that are in present day are a little harder to find to knock your socks off. So I think ballroom got snaps.
Yeah. Yeah. You pointed out like the colors, how you kind of made it with like creamy and yes, I totally looking back now can see that. I love that. I love learning about things like that. But so the cast though, this was a phenomenal cast and they've really brought these characters to life. So do you have a favorite moment from behind the scenes working with them?
Oh, I have so many. That's why that O came from. And I've been talking a lot about Ireland, our bonding experience, our pub crawls, and all that
Yeah.
kind of stuff. But um, I think there was on our last night that we wrapped in Ireland, we all sat in the hotel lobby and it was closed. But we had Guinness lined up and some Irish whiskey, and we all just sort of like sat in a circle and chatted. And it was just, it was late at night because we'd finished quite late. And it was such a fun bonding experience. And I think one of the well, somebody had a flight 2 hours later. I think they like
Oh.
finished their Guinness, went up, changed, and then we saw them going to their to the getting picked up to get taken to the airport. But it was nice. It was felt like a pajama party in that when you go out of town like that and it's such a quick whirlwind, you just know you're there with each other and you get to hang out with each other more than you ever would if you were shooting
Right.
at home because you just drive home and deal with your home life, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. And you did the Ireland part first, right?
We did it early in the shooting. We actually
Okay.
shot episode or movie one, and not all the movie. I think we had a few pieces. We had all the Ireland stuff for movie one. So we shot that, and then we literally like our last day of shooting was a night shoot in the pouring rain in Squamish, and then we drove to the airport and then went to Ireland and shot Ireland and then came back.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Well, we love a good lobby hangout also. It's one of our favorite things. A few times we've been able to hang out together. But as a director, when you're directing films like this, how do you put your own creative fingerprint on a film like this while still honoring not only the script here, but the books also in this case?
I I think that like for me, I always like attention to details. That's something that I you know I look for all these like little moments, or I love working with our production designer and our DP like super collaboratively so that we can come up with sort of uniformity and create something that's really beautiful that has that all the elements are all talking to each other. So it feels cohesive. It feels like thought was put into it. My favorite thing is putting thought into something, whether or not it's somebody's taste or not. Even if I watch something a director does and it's not my taste, but they put in attention to detail and put thought into it, like I really love it. And I just really appreciate when people put in little like you yes and what's there, you add little details that you can see more on the second viewing or the third viewing, stuff that people can kind of uncover more and more the more times that they watch it, little Easter eggs and things like that. And then I just really like to work with, I was really lucky in this one because I'd worked with the Reckless team before, and obviously it was my first time working with Kate and Joe, and I'm so in love with them. I love them so much. And then everyone wanted the same thing. They wanted to make this feel really special. And so just being able to work with people that also want to yes and what's there and sort of like, how can we elevate this and, within our crazy little whirlwind of such a fast-paced moving thing, how can we like take the time to like push a little bit more to just sort of make this little piece even more sort of magical. And so yeah, I think that's sort of how I approach things is some things you have limitations to and some things you can kind of elevate. And I like to do that. It kind of motivates me, I think.
Yeah. So Providence Falls has a really unique and special energy to it. What feeling or experience are you hoping the audience will take away from these three movies?
Epic romance.
Yeah.
Romance
Perfect.
that yeah, does not know time or time periods. Yeah, I think that's it. It's just like that feeling of when something is destined to be, even though it's potentially apparently not written in the stars.
Right.
Maybe love wins in the end. I think that's the thing, is like those kind of love that happened, those epic romances are, I think, like they're what we all want to live vicariously and fall in love and have that love over and over
Yeah.
again, just because it is the most unique and intoxicating feeling ever. So that's, I think, what I liked about these three movies.
Yeah. Great answer.
Mm.
I love that you said that, the epic romance, because it really weaves from the beginning to the end, just even with all the other storylines. Well, this has been really fun talking with you.
It's great
Yes. Thank you,
for
Lucy. It
out, and
was
I
so nice
can't
to
wait to see
meet.
you on social media more.
Absolutely.
I love that
Um,
we were this like little group that only had seen it, and it was just like we were all like in this secret sort of, oh my God, this moment.
There's a lot of them. There's a lot
yeah.
of amazing moments. People,
Lots of checks going back and forth, like, wow, this is really good. Yeah.
Awesome. So glad.
But well, thank you so much. We look forward to talking with you again in the future, and tell everybody when and where to watch the next movie.
So the next movie will air this Saturday at 7, Julie, 7, 8 p.m. 7, 8 set. Is that how it goes? How does it go? The 7 Central, 8. Oh, I'm the worst. It's this Saturday, 7 p.m. Next Saturday, 7 p.m. So the 8th, and again after that, whatever that math out to be.
Perfect.
Look at.
Well, thank you.
Listen, Matt, we'll put it down below.
Yeah, we'll write it in the caption.
Caption.
We got
Go
this.
watch it.
Perfect. Well, this has been fun. We appreciate you taking the time to chat with us.